Okay, the question that came in today was about unit economics of a t-shirt, and particularly with kids wear. One of the things that I think people are not thinking about when they're costing out their garment is the yield. And so when you're doing kids clothing, let's say you're doing a shirt like this is not going to take a full yard. So what does that impact? What that impacts is the actual fabric itself. It impacts the print that we're doing as well, and both of those are going to be adjusted. Sorry, I'm too tall. Both of those are going to be adjusted based off of the yield of the fabric. So if this is half a yard, and you guys, I get a lot of requests about organic fabric right now, and organic fabric is going down. The price is going down because it's more readily available, which is really cool. And so I'm seeing organic fabric in that $2–3 range, organic French terries and fleece in the $4 range, sometimes $5 range. Now it's white. So what are you gonna do? We're gonna print on it. In this scenario, let's say you're printing on it and we're doing a custom print. when you're figuring out what the cost is gonna be, you would take this, let's say this is a $3 cost. So this would be $1.50 for your fabric cost. Check that box off. Next, you're printing. This is actually sublimation, so it only works for poly. But let's say you're doing a digital direct-to-fabric print. Same type of deal. If the print costs $5 per garment, this is only going to be $2.50. Okay? So when you're doing unit economics of your garment, you have to multiply it by how much fabric you're using in the garment. Can somebody please just make a bomber jacket, a blueberry bomber, or a Smurf costume, or a onesie out of this, please? Somebody, please? Look at this, look at this, look at this. This is the softest, thickest fabric I've ever seen. Cutting is one of those things that really mostly has to do with how many you're going to be producing all together. So make sure, one of the reasons is you got to produce, at least 200 pieces, 250, because if you're doing less than that, that cut fee ends up being a lot more. So try to get to a number that really makes sense. Now what you can do, as long as your fabric is the same, you can have multiple prints, chop them up, and have 20 different units per SKU. That puts you in a position to have lots of different prints, to have not a whole lot of inventory, but still have cut the minimum amount that you need to. A lot of people ask, what is the time to get our product? And we always say 4 to 6 weeks. But if you make it to the next run, or the third or the fourth or the fifth run, we will be able to deliver that much faster, sometimes in 4 weeks, and sometimes even less. So if you build a program, you can actually make your production timeline very, very, very short. If you're going to add any labels or anything like that, so show this little mask one. We have some custom labels here, right? But they just say True Love Los Angeles. So it's not identifying anything too crazy. I mean, it's just, we're gonna use that for all of them. So when we buy them, we buy a lot of them. We spend cents for each of those, pennies, and we use them across all of the different garments. Another way to save money, and the best piece of advice I can give you when you're building your cost structure is determine how much you want to spend, how much you want to create it for, and work backwards. Give yourself a budget. Go to your manufacturer and say, hey, I want to make this shirt for $12. What do I have to do to make that happen? That is the most impactful thing that you can do, to tell a manufacturer, this is my priority. You tell me how I can make that happen, and they should be able to come back to you with an answer. All right, hopefully that was helpful. See you tomorrow.
Now, is there ever a chance that we're going to see a Zack Hurley line? Like, are you going to ever manufacture something that's exclusively yours?
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah, I'm going to make blueberry onesies.
Oh, there you go. So that is Zack's future clothing line, the onesie.
The blueberry onesies.
Well, that was an awesome behind-the-scenes conversation. Thank you so much.